Hi, this is Burgo, and I'm going to do a walkthrough solve of my Crazy2face Mercury. This puzzle's scrambled in such a way that every face is blocked by these yellow two-face pieces. So I can't twist any face except for the yellow face. So my first goal is going to be to free up some faces. So I'll twist the face that I can twist until I get a circle on one of my faces like that. Then I know that I can twist that face to get perhaps free up some yellow pieces off of another face, and just begin building my yellow face. It's freed up my top face here. I'll twist this into the side of the U layer, and lastly I'm going to bring some of these down into these positions. And how do I deal with a situation like this where I've got a corner piece stuck in this position, and if I try to turn it off, I can't turn it off that way, I can't turn it up that way. I'm kind of in a bit of a bind. What I might do is what I'll do is I'll try to put it down into that position so that I can twist it off from its relationship there, like that, and then I can re-manipulate the other pieces into position. So I might be able to twist it like that. And in that way I've got all my pieces up in my U layer there, and it's just a matter of me putting them back down. So okay, now I've freed up all my faces by collecting all of my yellow pieces onto the one face. My next goal is going to be to reduce the inner edges. So to do all of these little pieces here, Mercury is restricted so that some of them are in their own orbits and they can't be broken up, and as you can see, some of them are already placed along here. So let's go about doing the white ones and then the ones along the sides. I'll be using my yellow face to distribute pieces around the puzzle and build the circle-cube relationships. The yellow face is the only face that can destroy circle-cube relationships on this puzzle, because all the other faces are zero faces. So that's a really essential part of the solve, is to be able to understand that this is the breaker and maker of all of the circle-cube pieces. I'll begin with twisting some of these inner edges. Therefore, I'll start with the white ones. I'll twist them up onto the yellow face, and then I'll twist up a target position like this one over here. I'll be trying to do double twists. Double twists are going to keep my yellow pieces from blocking things as much as possible. So if I just do a double twist there, I've put it opposite the yellow one, and then I'll twist it back down, and I've got that in place. I can then go about rebuilding something, so I'll just rebuild that in the knowledge that those sort of moves aren't going to redistribute any pieces. I've got to take this one to here, so I'll exchange it up, bring up the target position, switch them around, pop that back down, place this little bit back in. To put one in that's 90 degrees out, I'll pop it up into the top and I'll put it into a position that's 180 degrees out on the top there. Rotate up the target position, give the top a couple of twists, put it down into its position, and this one has to go in the opposite of this, which it's lined up there like that. And that's put them in. I'll just have to replace this one. And the top's done. The next things I'll do is the sides. So I'll just start moving some of these around, and I'll do them again with 180 degree twists where possible, and fix up the others after. So if I've got an orange piece here that needs to go 180 degrees to the orange face, then I'll pop it up into there, put my target position there, give it a couple of twists and pop it back down. After I've done all the ones that go to opposite faces, I'll start doing some of the ones that are adjacent. So like I'll put this one here over to the red side. So I'll lift that up, twist it around so it's 180 degrees opposite of this one here. Give it a couple of twists, pop it back down, put that back together, and now I've got another one I can do that's 180 degrees opposed. So I'll pull that one up, and swap them out, that back down, and those are done. The last one to do is this one here, so I'll pop that one up. Might be best to go the other way. I'll pop that one up, twist that out, replace them, and then all my side ones are done. Right, now I'm going to check for parity, and you can choose to check for parity any way that you'd like to see it appear on the Rubik's Cube. I'm going to use corners this time, so I'm going to just pop a few corners out, and I'm going to place them. The little trick, of course, I can't do that to put it in, so I'll just put it over another one and do that. So my blue, where's my blue? And so now I've done all my corners there. I'm lining corners up with the inner edges, by the way. I can check for parity across the top now that I've done that. I don't have anything in position at the moment. If I just do an EPS and nothing shows up, okay, looks like I've got parity. Perfect, because I've got two that need swapping. while two are placed, all the bottom ones are placed. So I'll just run you through the parity situation. I'm just going to roll one face around and move everything by one step, move all the inner edges by one step. So I'll just put one over there, roll the next one up, put it back, roll the next one up, put it back, roll the next one up, and I've moved them all around by one step. And it's my job now to put these back in. So any turns will do that. This one here is a little bit of a tricky one. I can bring this down and just be aware that I don't want to be putting that into a different position. I just want to be affecting the corners now. Alright. So I'm just going to move it around. I remember where it went. I'm going to take a corner out. It can actually just go back onto there. Put it back down to there so I haven't affected any of the positions. Bring this back and just put it back where it goes. All I've done is really just taken that corner out, okay? And then I can put that corner back into there. And I haven't affected or changed the parity there. So now my parity should be correct. Alright, I'm going to solve my F2L now. So I'll start with my edges. Let's say the red. Put my red down. Green. Orange. And I'll use this. I'll be looking for having an edge piece here in a side position, and this one's correctly orientated, so I'll use that first as my first example. What I'll do is I'll put in my corner, put my corner underneath it, and then remove my corner. So now I've got my corner F2L block made there. I make sure my bottom layers lined up and just place that in. Alright, I'll have another look and see what I can find. I've got this one is orientated correctly, so I can just turn that one underneath it, pull it out, and then I can make sure that's again lined up in its correct position, and pop my corner edge pair. Oh, can't do that. I'll just move it around there so I can do a double turn, and then I'll pop it in. This one here now, this is, gee, they're all lining up for me at the moment. Can't get a bad situation. Pop that out and make sure that's lined up there and correctly for when I pop it in. This one here, there you go, there's a bad situation. I'll just pull that out and line it up correctly and put it in. Put that one there underneath it, and then I'll insert this one last. And my F2L, outer F2L anyway, is done. The next sort of step is to look for pairs up the top here, or I might solve this first if I want to pull some of these out. I can solve some white ones, but it's the circle corners next. I've got two here that are perfectly lined up and ready to go, and I'll show you about how my little sequence pops those down into there. As soon across the top, we'll shuffle some of these around because they're attached to the edges, to the outer edges. So to put those in, I would just like put those in. I'll just put them up there like that and twist these outer corners around them like that with a double turn, and then to twist them back into position I'll put the yellow center there. So I'll just put this yellow center up to there and twist them back into position and then put them back down. Now that pops these out a little bit, but I can fix that just by doing a double turn and a double turn there like that, and all that goes back in and they go in. I don't have to do that if I can do an opposite face at the same time. So if I've got reds here, I don't actually have reds lined up to do it, so I couldn't have done it anyway, but if I had some reds lined up I could just do red at the same time, save me that little middle procedure. I've got some blues attached here, so you can see these two blues are opposite each other. Alright, and one of them's attached to here, so if I just do a couple of soons across here, I'll move this one eventually around to this position. So they're together now, and I can put them into here and replace that out with the yellow one, give a double twist, turn it down. Now I'll look for a green one for the green set. Don't have the green set immediately available, so just to keep it neat I can just do that. Red, or what am I looking for? Red or green. Those reds are exchangeable like that, so that means I can't use them. I can also pull up some if I need to, so I've got some greens in the bottom there, so I can pull them up if I want to by the same sort of procedure, or I can start working on some whites and pull some out of the top, and hopefully something comes out of the top. I think I'll put a couple of whites in and see how I go, maybe something will come up. So I'll just put one of those in there, put the white in there, and put something where this one here doesn't have a white on it. So I'll just put that in the opposite position down there. So it'll need to go in like that, down into there, exchange that out, and then I can pull it out now. Because I don't care about these at the moment, I'll just give it a double twist and I'll put these home. And then you'll see that I've solved one white from the top, at least, and I'll see if that's pulled anything out, and it has. It's pulled out this red, so I'm quite happy that I can put those in now. I'll turn them up to the top, exchange those around, pull up that, give it a twist back into its spot, and let's have a look and see if we can I'll just that back and see what's happened. As far as anything else for us, we've got our greens here now, so just one little thing can start popping everything else out and getting everything else working. So I'll put those up. Give it a twist, pop those in, back, and we've got our in edges down at the bottom there resolved. That's a neat little way to do that. I'll start, I'll just plug in my white ones now. That'll be the next thing I'll do. I'll do exactly the same as what I did before. I'll just be like looking to pop one of those into something that's not got anything on it. So that one there's got no white one on it. I'll put this one down and pull it out at the same time. Right, so I'll then just put that one down into there. There it is. Pop it down into there, upside down. Receive that one. I'll pull it out. And should really be thinking about where I'm going to put that one. I'll just keep looping them around. So I've got that in there now. That's needs to go onto the back of this one. So I might just put that one in there temporarily to get it out of the way, and then put this one here in backwards. Oops, wrong way. So now that's in there upside down, and that will put my gear back together down the bottom, all this stuff, and when I pull this one out, it'll have a white one attached to it. And then I can just go ahead and pop those back into there, and just show you that it's starting to build itself. Alright, so I'm starting to get through there. For the last one, I'll have to exchange two like centers to two like CCs to put them back together. So let's go ahead and which one's my incorrect one? This one. So I'll pop that one out. Put it in the opposite side. Actually, yeah, put it back in there. And then I'll just pull it out. Give that a spin. And we've got our white CCs reduced, or the ones that are attached to these are reduced, so they're naturally reduced. We'll just do the side ones now. When we do the side ones, we can pretty quickly have a look and see how they go. Like this one here is orientated incorrectly. Because it's orientated incorrectly, that should be orange and that should be red, so they're both wrong. And now I'm going to go around and build the relationships between the circle corners and the outer edges on the top layer. And how I'm going to do that is through just placing them into the yellow layer and doing a double twist. I'll just do them one at a time just to make it simple for you and make it easy to visually see. So let's have a look and see if we can line a few up. And if we have a look across here, we can see that the blue edge needs an orange one there and a red one there. So we've got a red one correctly placed, but we need to put an orange one on it. All right. And we can have a look around and see that the red one here, because it's flipped, it needs a green one there, so that's wrong. And the red one just doesn't have an orange one on it at all, so that's wrong as well. So let's start out with our orange one then, here, the one that we've got. So I'll just pop that down into there. And if you remember, so I've got an orange and a red that just doesn't belong there. If you remember the blue one here needed an orange one on it. So there it is. That's the place that we're going to put the orange one onto, and we'll just pop it down into there. Alright, and we'll put our orange one, just spin our orange one, and a double turn onto our blue one. And we can just replace our corners, there's no problem with doing that. Just put them back in wrong, but just remember that we're one twist out, okay? So if we leave them there temporarily and replace them with the next ones that we need to do, we can just keep going. Let's have a look around. We'll line our orange one up and we'll see that our green one is wrong because that's flipped. It should be blue. Alright, so we can, you know, replace one of these with that. And well, what one do we wanted blue on it, didn't we? Yes, we wanted blue on it. So we can replace that. Oops. Oops. So there it is. Our orange one is in there, and it needs a blue on it. So we need one that's blue but in the wrong position. The red requires blue, but that's in the right position. So the one's on the other side of there. So we need to put that one in the opposite side into there. Okay. Oh, that's not going to do it. And either is that. So at the moment I'm just going to move it. So I want the red one. I'm going to move it with a cern, just to move the corner across to the other side. If I put the corner facing me, I can do a cern. And then that will have put my corner across to the other side there. Okay, so now I've separated my corner piece from my red edge. I need my, let's just check, that's flipped. So that should be blue. That one's not supposed to be blue because it's flipped. So let's put that down into there. I'll have to do it this way. And there it is. And we'll just pull those out now that we've done that exchange. I'll put this one in first. And this one. And now that's put everything back at the bottom, and left me to reassess the top there. So this one's incorrect straight away. We've got an orange one. That one's right. The orange edge needs a green. So where's an incorrect green? Green doesn't have green on it. So we've got our two incorrect ones. So let's just put that down into there. And we need to put our green from our green edge. And you can just go around and build them like that. Let's exchange now. So we know we've done another one. We can just put our corners back in incorrectly temporarily and go ahead and check for more that aren't correctly aligned. At the end, if you've got it all, if it's one step out, then you just put two in that are the same colour and put it back. I think that's fairly simple, so I'll go ahead and fill in the rest. Okay, so now I've reduced my circle cube. All I have to do is solve the rest. I can just do my edge flipping, normal Rubik's cube. Edge flipping to put in my white cross. I can cycle my edges around with soon. And so my edges are solved. I can use EPS to place my corners. Where are we? I didn't check then. Goodness me. What a bit sad, isn't it? And then I can just use double application as soon to orientate any corners that are remaining